Hello, welcome to Spy Money. We are looking at the most profitable day ever. Big money today. So let me show you what we did. A whopping $116.50. Now, some of you know that I have, I opened up a new brokerage account. It's with Optimus Futures. I've been talking to Matt, he's the owner over there, and it seems to be a pretty good little setup. I like it over there. With our system, we have to use Rhythmic, and we have our own platform, and we just sign on to the Rhythmic with that. But what I did was I opened up an account, and I wanted to make sure that the money I sent over there was going to the right place, and the minimum was $500, so I sent $500. And then after I got it yesterday, I thought, I'll just play around with some micros, and I made some money yesterday. It was like I think around $160 or so is what I made yesterday. And then today made $116.50. But I'm going to show you something. Now this is about as transparent and real as it gets. What I'm going to show you. This is my trades. I'm going to show you on the chart, but I'm also going to show you this right here. This is my graph. I was down $130. And $130 doesn't sound like a lot or whatever, but when you're on a small account like that, that was quite a bit. It was really taking up almost all of my gains from yesterday. And I'm trying to trade this like one, maybe two contracts of micros, and that's all I'm doing. But I'm going to show you real scenarios here. So altogether, I made $281.50 on profits, but I lost $165. I lost 9 trades there and 8 trades on winners to bring it back. But this right here is not how it's supposed to look. So what we're going to do is show you this right here is where I went down, and then right here I made a decision of why I was losing money, and then I changed that, and then I started making money. Now once I got up to, I think it was $6.50 here, and then I decided to make another trade. And the reason I went ahead and made another trade was because I really wanted to get my account up to $1,000 today. That was my goal, and I just wasn't doing things the way I should. So I'm going to show you what I did wrong and what most of us do that will hurt us and make us not trade the way we're supposed to trade. So, this is about as transparent as I can get. I kept losing money. Now, how do I keep losing money? Well, this is where I started trading. And this is what I was trying to do. Here's the VWAP. In my head, I didn't care what the chart said. I was shorting the VWAP, and I was going to try to pick up just a little bit of money. But I had my take profit down here on this level where it had gone before. So I really thought that I was going to be able to come down here and pick this up. And I was actually 2 contracts on this. I ended up going 2 contracts short here and ended up stopping out. So here was my first trade, and I stopped out all the way up here where I shouldn't have let it go that far. I come down a little bit. I should have had my stop closer to here, but it is what it is. So, but what I was trying to do was short to VWAP. So I lost money right here, right out of the gate. And I lost, let's see, my first trade I was down, $11.50 times 2, so about $23. Not a lot of money. I get this because I'm used to making big money, but we got to think percentage here. And this is real world for the majority of the traders out there. There's a lot of traders that trade micros, and they're only trying to make $200 or $300 a day. And just to show you how I lost the money and then how I gained the money back, and it will make a believer out of you. So again, I come over here and I short again. So if we look at this one right here, I didn't even take any longs or anything. I was just looking to make the money. Actually, I'll take it back. I took a long here and I took a long there. I stopped out here. I took a long there. I stopped out here. And then I come over here and I finally get a long here to go up to there. Now initially, I was trying to short down to VWAP. And whenever it come down here, that's what I should have done. I've got the red background. I should have been entering, like over here, I should have been entering up here and got out, and then I should have entered right there. That would have got me all my money back right there. And then I come over here, I should have entered again right there. There's another 20 bucks. So what I did was I did not trade the chart. And then over here I entered this one, and I put my stop all the way down to here. My stop should have been up in here, and it wasn't. So again, where I messed up was I was given too much room because it's micros. Micros, I can afford the drawdown better. Now, in your head, that's the wrong way to think. What you should be thinking is, where should your stop go? And then once it comes down here and then goes back up, what do? I go ahead and enter again. Well, this is coming down to the VWAP. I mean, you can see the trend coming down. So what I did was I was trying to get the bounce off from it. And initially, I was trying to short to the VWAP, and quite honestly, I shouldn't have been shorting here because it's too close. I shouldn't have been doing it. And this just kind of went sideways all along. So if you wanted to, you could have drawn a box right here, and what you want to do is wait for it to get out of that before you trade. But as you can see, I kept trading, and it's not what you should do. So when we got over here, I go ahead and enter another short right here, trying to go down to here. And what do? I put my stop all the way up here because I'm going to let it just ride out until I get to there. Now look right here. This one right here is $21. Now think about this on a mini. It's $210 stop on there, and it's just way too far. Way too far. So with it being that far away, what I should have done was got out, right here when this, I shouldn't have even got in a short there. But when this right here went to short, I shouldn't even got in here, which I never, but this is too close. I should have waited on the long signal to go long. That one is $60. So all of these trades right here in the beginning, I was trading like a wild man and not trading according to what the chart said. That's the whole problem. And with this going sideways here, this shouldn't even been trading. When this is, no movement here, no movement here, I shouldn't have got in there because more than likely it's going to come down, which it did. And then we get down here, and luckily for me, I didn't enter a short because I would have stopped out again. But I was already in a short. And I entered this short when I had a green background. I should not have entered that short. So what you need to do, the lesson for all this, is to follow your strategy. No matter, sometimes you're going to have an entry on a good entry on a strategy, and you're going to have a losing trade. And you know what? I can handle that. But whenever I'm entering trades and it's not even part of the strategy, well, that's just wrong. You're just asking for it. And this one right here, I held it. There's like two contracts right here that I held all the way up here. I was down $130. That's what I was down. So right here is where I decided I need to start trading the strategy. That right there, that's what did it. Whenever I saw all these and I went back and I looked at them and I thought, what am I doing? So right here, when this exited, I went ahead and entered a long off of that, and I picked up $16.50, one contract. So that way I felt better about it. It was actually the wrong entry. I should have waited until I got a signal right here and then went with it, but I entered right here to go, I entered right here to go short, and I stopped out again there. So this one right here was a trade I shouldn't have done. I had a green background, but what I was trying to do is short it back to the VWAP. That's what I was trying to do because I thought it was going to come back to the VWAP, and in my mind I thought, well, this right here is $30, So I should be able to go ahead and get something good out of it. And in turn, it did what the chart said. It went long. And then at this time, I'm just kind of wore out about it. So what am I going to do now? I'm still not learning my lesson. I go ahead and enter a long here when down here was the signal. Right here, I could have made $25. And what we're trying to do is make $15, $20 a trade is what we're trying to do per contract. But this one, I go ahead and enter a long here, and that's not good enough, so I add another one right here, thinking, because it pulled back and it's going to go, and I think it's just going to go all the way up to this level up here. So I enter 2, and what happens? I get stopped out right to the tick almost, and then it takes off. So at this point, I get stopped out, and I'm upset about the whole thing. At this point right here, I'm down $130. Which was almost all of my profit that I made yesterday. How many people have done this before? So again, this is just micros. It's not a lot of money, but you have to treat it like it's $1 million. That's you've got to follow your trade. So right here is where I actually turned the course. Right here was when I first said, I'm just going to follow the strategy. And this right here was my first trade, and I made $19.50. Times 2, so I made like roughly $40, $38 or so right here. And then after I did that, I waited on the next trade. The next one I entered along here, entered along there. I got stopped out again, and I was trying to trade up to this right here. This was actually a good trade, but where we're on this standard deviation, it just started chopping around. What I should have done is when this started chopping around, I should have got out right in here somewhere, or at least a break even, but instead I let it come all the way down and get me. And this right here was not even a place for it to stop. This right here was 15, so that was my standard 30 tick stop that I got stopped out on, which my stop, when this pulled back to here and come up, my stop should have been right here. So that was another loser. So I go ahead and quit for a while. I thought, I need to get away from this and do something else. So I enter a trade here. Again, my trade should have been down here if I was going to enter it. And then I would trade up to this level, which would be $28.50 a contract. And again, I entered 2 contracts right here. You can see there's 2 at $20.90. So I did good and took my profit there. But now my profit target was up here. But I got stopped out here, but I was so gun shy. So I keep on trading, and then I come over here, and this one I traded against the chart. And the reason I did is because we went up, we pulled back, and I'm going to show you something. From right here to right here, about half is right here. Usually on your leg, it will pull back to half and then go. And when this pulled back and it started pushing up, I went ahead and entered along here because I thought it would go back up to there, which it did. Wrong entry. I shouldn't have entered there. I should have entered over here. It would have been, $10 difference on the trade, but this would have been the entry over here. Because what we do is we trade from red to green. We trade there, and then we trade on these arrows right here. So on this one right here, I should not have entered along there, but it worked out for me, and I took profit right there. My next entry is right here. Once this went up and pulled back and then started coming up off of that level, I figured that we were going up here, and right there's where I got my money back. I was $6.50 to the good right here. So I had traded all my loss back of 130 plus 650. So I traded roughly $137 or so back, trading 1-2 contracts. Now, once I got back to there, I thought, you know what, I'm done for the day because I'm making stupid mistakes. I'm not trading smart. Again, it's only micros. But when you're trading 1-2 micros at a time, you can make money, but you can lose money too. So we come back over here. I don't even trade. We have the news coming up here at 8:30. And once the news hit, then it just shot up. And then when we come over here, I made one more trade for the day. Let me find it here. I made a long there, and I got stopped out. and then I made a long here, and I let it go all the way up. Actually, I'm sorry. I made a long there, got stopped out. I took a short here, stopped out there for profit, and then my next trade was right here. Now this trade right here was a valid signal, but I should have been entering over here. I should have been entering here for a longer one. But where this pushed up, we pulled back, or about halfway there, and we have our sniper signal. So I went ahead and entered right here for 44.50 on one contract. This was my last trade. So that put me at 116.50 for the day. As you can see here, where is it? 116.50 right here. Now, that's not a lot of money, I get it. But you know what? If I had been trading right from the beginning instead of trading against what I should have been, my day would have been a lot better. But when I got back up and I saw 116.50, I told my wife that I wanted to get home early for power hour because I wanted to trade and run that up more, because I had got my thoughts together and everything, and so I wanted to do it. Well, I decided not to. I decided just to leave it the way it was. I was trading bad for the day, and I went ahead and left it alone. Now, if I was trading minis, I would have been down $1,300, and right now I would be up $1,100. I mean, put that in perspective. So, trading the micros, once you trade micros and you get your trading the way it should be, and don't look at how much money you're making on the trade, just look at the chart and the bars and the signals and trade that. Don't worry about how much money you made. When you're done trading, you'll figure out that you made or lost money. You know, it's not to say you don't want to kind of keep an eye on it to make sure that you're green or red or whatever, but if you're winning more than you're losing, you've got profit. And that's what you have to remember. This is a real life scenario of probably 99% of the traders out there. Again, 116.50 to me is not a lot of money. But when you're looking at your account balance, and your account balance is more than it was, so when we bring this back up, here's the account. You can see that's a live account. $718.50 in it now. I started with $500. This is 2 days of trading. I made like 160 some, and then I made 116.50. Now they took some fees out. They where it's a new account, they took out $31 for my rhythmic charges because I have a lot more connections in there. So it was $31 total, one time a month. So really my balance should be $750. So, but since they took that out, it made it drop down more. So I've actually made more than this, but because of the expenses. Now your trading, your exchange fees and all that, it's not that much. I think I paid something like $7 or $8 total or something. It wasn't that much. But you know, when you're looking at how much you're making, don't necessarily worry about everything. But if we go back and look at this, which I have not done, but if I did, let's see here, divided by 602.30. That puts me, I made 19% of my account today, is what I made. So 19% of my account is what I made today. Yesterday was 29.9%. That's pretty good money. If you can make 19% of your account, that's good. That's real good. So being transparent about it and just showing what I did. Hopefully tomorrow I'll do a lot better. And I was going to trade ES today and trade, but they had the margins higher because of the CPI. And then after news, the way I was trading, I decided not to. And honestly, I think tomorrow I'll probably trade micros again. I'm going to wait till I get my account up to 1,000 or more, and then I'll trade ES minis, and that's when I'll be able to make a lot more money. So right now, I'm just going to take this week, worry about the micros. Once I get to $1,000, then I'll trade ES mini, and then the money will start coming in. Because on our strategy, on average, I haven't looked at it today, but on average with the ES strategy, you can make anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 on one contract per day if you follow the signals and stuff, and it actually works pretty good. There's people posting profits in the Discord today that's doing better. People are a lot happier trading the sniper than they are the coaster. They said it's more consistent for them, and the majority of them are trading ES on it. You can trade NQ. You're trading this strategy right here. We have two different strategies. We have this one, and then we have the ES strategy. Both of them are the same strategy. It's just different time frames and such that we do. If we go back and look, say from a lot of people like to trade 945 on, so if you did that, our first trade would actually be right here, and that one is $84. We're in a upward channel, so you can see right here we're building up, so we're not looking to take our shorts. When we're in that up channel, that's what we do. And then right here, actually I did make one more trade right there. That was $37.50. So, and that was the correct entry. That's where I should be trading. Now this one right here, if you traded to the color bar, right there's the $116 that went all the way to $148. I'm not willing to do that because when it starts pulling back, I would rather take my profit. Again, we're not taking shorts, but if you did, we're looking for $15 at least on these trades. So right there's $25, so you would have made your money there. And then again, right here, we're looking to trade up to that level, which is $82.50. You can make a lot of money with this. So this one right here, I would have taken this trade back down to this level is $30. Again, we're looking for $15. In a mini, that's $150. That's what we're looking for. And we usually get it. This one right here would have been this would have been a stop out right here. So you would have lost on this trade right here. But it looks like I'm finding more trades. It looks like I went ahead and took this long here, and we had our signal, and we had this right here build up, and we kept going up, so I took the long. I got stopped out right there at $21. I think that's my last one. I don't remember trading after that. I took this trade live in the Discord. And everybody in there was watching. And I wish I would have just went ahead and put my stop up here. There's 32. But I was preoccupied, so I could have made a little bit more money right there. It went to, what, $41.50, and I took 21. So I took almost half, actually a little over half of what the total was. This one right here, again, you can always trade it back to the level. This one right here, you would have got your 15 there easy. This one right here, you would have got your 15. This one right here, I don't think I would have taken this because of the level, but you would have got your 15. This one right here, I probably would have taken it because this right here is a lower high. So taking this one right here, you would have got your 15. You would have definitely got your 15. Now that's $99. So this strategy does work. It works very well. And if you're just looking to trade some micros, put $500 in your account. That's the minimum you're allowed to keep. I mean, if you can, I'd put more. I'd put at least $1,000 in it. And that way, if you have a couple bad trades or something, allow you $100, $200 for your bad ones, and keep above the $500 balance. Because once you get under 500, I'm not sure if they allow you to trade or not. So I would put more in. The strategy works. You can run on micros a lot. I get that question all the time. How much money do I need? One person asked me today if they put $3,000 in their account and traded micros, would they have plenty of money? Absolutely. This is not hard to do. You don't need the bot for this. This is pretty easy to just follow. You get changeovers about every 10-15 minutes, sometimes quicker. So about every 10 or 15 minutes you're getting a trade, and then you just have to decide what you want to do. At 11 o'clock, we have this news right here. We never trade around this. We always wait 5-10 minutes after the news, and if you did that, this one right here, you would not have stopped out, and you would have made money right there. So you would have got your money on this one. This one you would not take the trade because you're going into the level. I don't even think I would have taken this one because we're just going sideways. It looks like we're still in that uptrend. This one right here would have been the next entry I would have done, and you would have got your money. I probably would have taken this one here. You would have got paid. I think I would have taken that one because we pushed up, and usually when you do that, it will pull back to the level. At this point, you should be done for the day. This is very simple strategy. Anybody can do it. It's just really the color change. Once you get the color change and you look for your levels, do you have enough room to make money to your next level? And that's really all there is to it. It's not hard. And to get started, how you get started is come up here to SpyMoneyLLC.com. Once you go there, go up to lease program. The lease is going to increase in price. I'm probably going to do it either Friday or Monday. I'm not sure. It's going to be real soon, because the reason for the increase is my Spy Money platform is a white label of Quantower, and they charge $70 per person for that platform, just as well as if you were buying it on your own. That's what it would cost you. I have been absorbing the cost for the existing members, and I will continue to do that. But the new members coming in, once I change the price, then it's going to be $13.70. It's not me making more money on it. It's just me covering the cost of the platform. The platform works really well. I like it. We never had problems with it. It just works. There's no freeze-ups. There's no problems with the copy traders. None of that stuff. It all just works, and that's what's great about it. In order to do this, you have to have, if you're going to use a prop account, or if you're going to use Optimus futures, you have to use rhythmic data. With the AMP futures, you can use CQG, but I'll be quite honest with you, I kind of like the rhythmic better. I've never used rhythmic on a paid scale, but I like the rhythmic better than I do the AMP. And the reason being is the contracts. So like if I go up in, just to show you, if I go up into here, and if I look at let's say this one right here, it's different letters and it confuses me sometimes. So it's ENQ, and then if you go to your Optimus with the rhythmic data, it looks more like all your prop firms. So it's everything's the same, and it says NQ. I know that's kind of probably stupid to a lot of people, but I just like it. And a lot of people use prop firms. I use prop firms to test on and things like that because it's cheap money. But for the most part, I mean, I just trade my live account. And I have one with AMP and I have one with Optimus. And I probably will just continue to use the Optimus, to be honest. I like it. It just seems, I like the rhythmic connection better. And as far as the data, I haven't had any problems with the data on it either. It works really well. So that's one thing that I do like about it. And then when you come up here, again, we're going to raise this probably Friday is when we're going to raise it. So if you're wanting to do this, you can do it now and you won't get raised in the future. It'll just stay 1300. If you have like the auto trading bots, anything that I build for it, auto trading bots or indicators, it all comes with it. You never have a price increase to get something else. You don't have to buy anything else. Everything is all inclusive. You even get the platform, and right now you get the platform for really free. And then once I get the price raised up to the $13.70, then that's when you'll actually start paying for it. Frequently asked questions, right here, there's a bunch of them. If you have any, if you read through this, you have any more questions, just send me an email through the contact page at the top, and go through here, and then I will answer it best I can. We also have this. A lot of people say, well, I didn't know this and I didn't know that, and before they pay. So now I list out 14 items that people say they didn't know. And once you read through these, if you agree to them, only if you agree to them, then you go ahead and click on this, right or left click and highlight it, copy it, come up to the top, go to the contact us, come down here. You must put in your first name, last name, email, and phone number. If any of this is bogus, I'll delete your account. And then go ahead and paste in here. And once you paste in here, then this creates a binding contract between you and I. That means that you knew about this, you agreed to this, and then you submit it, and it comes to me. Once approved, if you are approved, I don't approve everybody, but once approved, then I'll send you a link to sign up. And once you sign up, then you go up here to my account. I had someone today that I wasn't fully understanding, but SPY money strategies, the first thing you do is the machine ID. You click on that, follow the instructions. You go through all that, then you go to set up platform, and then you just take one step at a time, and it will help you get all this downloaded and get it connected. And then I even show you how to use the prop firms and so forth, how to get them connected. Indicators and bots, training, live trading. There's not much live trading because I usually don't record it anymore. But the training, there's a lot of training material in there to let you know how to use everything. And just some different things. But pretty much this right here is what you are leasing. The rest of this down here don't have anything to do with it. But this right here is what you're leasing. Once you get in there, you should be pretty good. It does work really well. And the only thing you have to do is make $65 a day, and that'll cover your lease. Anything over that is your money. So if you're looking to make, say, $300, well, just try to make $365, and then the $300 will be your money to keep. So it's pretty easy. The strategy does work. People love it. If you don't have all the money to fund your account, your live account, or if you already have a Apex account or BluSky or any prop firm that is using rhythmic data, this does not work on Tradeify. Tradeify is a NinjaTrader product, and we do not offer that in this. It does not work. It has to be a rhythmic data provider. Any rhythmic data will work. It don't matter who it's with. If it's rhythmic, it will work. BluSky has a sale right now for, I think it's like $139 to get a static drawdown. I think the 200 static is probably the best one for BluSky. Apex, I think, is 80% off. Use SPY money as the code. Take Profit as they have one. If you click on this and type in no fee 30, then they probably are the best deal because there's no fees after you pass. And you can get up to 5 accounts here, where with BluSky it's only 1. So you can get 5 accounts here, trade all 5 at the same time using the trade copier. It's free in the platform. And that way you can just, let's just say you make $300-400 a day. Well, if you do it on 5 accounts, then, that's a couple $1,000s a day. And then, just do your daily drawouts on that. Where Apex, you can only draw every 8 days and a certain amount of money. There's rules there. BluSky, you can do daily, and Take Profit, you can do daily. So if you're looking to take money the quickest, these two will get you the quickest money. Where Apex, they do offer 20 accounts, but there's fees and stuff that you have in there. You pay $130 for a PA account once you pass your evaluation account. So if you're just looking for 5 or less accounts, Take Profit will get you there. But just click on this, put in no fee 30. That'll get you that. BluSky, click on this right here, and they've got a coupon for the static. It's on their webpage. Apex, click on here, open it up, use the code SPY money, and that'll get you the best deal in there. But if you have any questions, let me know. This right here is as simple as it gets. It works, and we're looking for more wins than losses. As long as you have that, you're going to make more money. We trade to the levels. You can't see the levels here, but if you go back over to the beginning, you can see where we have some levels in here, and that's where we trade. And as you can see, this one level right here, it just stayed on it pretty much all since close. It stayed right there. No trading going on. But if you have any questions, let me know. Love to get you started today. And once you're in there, you can watch a couple videos. It's pretty easy. Pretty much what I told you right here. You've been, hopefully making money immediately and taking payouts. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.